What happened?
Somebody cold-cocked me. Next thing I knew, I was in that wreck over there, and suddenly everything burst into flames. That shed blew up, and that's all I remember.
How'd you get out?
I found him on the field.
Any idea who did it?
Doesn't really matter. Senator Stewart's behind it. You know, I think it might be a good idea if we saddled up and got out of this town.
How? That plane can't fly without repairs. And it'll take all our money to do it, which means no gas.
We have to do that jump.
We have time enough to fix the plane.
Let's go for it.
Jack, now that wasn't on my order.
Doesn't really matter, does it?
The boys just got a little out of hand.
Dad, I don't want this anymore. I never wanted to run in the first place. And I never would have let you talk me into it if I thought the people were going to be hurt.
Son, it was a mistake.
That's not good enough.
Now, son, you hold on. You're angry. That's understandable, but you're not seriously thinking of quitting on me, are you?
Yes, I am.
I can't. I just hate to imagine what people are going to say.
I don't care what people say.
Well, you cared. You know you cared back then, didn't you? Son, don't run again.
Maybe it's just my nature. Why don't we just let people find out this time?
No. You're better than that. I'm not going to stand here and listen to my son call himself a coward. It isn't true. You wouldn't even be thinking like this if Hank hadn't come back.
Yep.
Son, you're going to fight this. We're going to fight it together. The two of us, right?
Sure, Senator. Whatever you say.
Don't worry. I'll take care of everything.
What's he doing here?
Hey, no!
I just came here to talk.
I don't want to listen.
Why don't you just simmer down? Come on, I'll get some ice for that.
You okay?
Around in front. Here you go, put that on.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for out there, too.
Look, I don't know what's going on between you two, but don't you think it's time you and Hank called a truce?
Hey, there's no war. Not for me. What happened was kind of an accident.
Accident? Hank almost got killed in that airplane.
Yeah. Wouldn't be the first time I had someone killed.
I don't understand.
He didn't tell you about me?
No.
Really? You remember that skydiving club I told you about? Hank and I were both in?
Yes?
One summer there was a forest fire. Some Boy Scouts were trapped in one of the canyons. Hank and his friends volunteered to jump in and kind of lead them out.
You went along with them?
Yeah, we all volunteered. The plane took off, and I kind of wished that I hadn't. We started up the canyon. I realized that I made a big mistake.
Pilot's worried about thermal. Could take us into the canyon wall. As soon as we get over the drop zone, get out fast. Okay, let's hook 'em up. Ready, Jack? Anytime you're ready, buddy. Come on, Jack. Jump!
caused the crash?
I don't know. Could have been thermals. May have been engine trouble. The only thing I do know is that I was a coward. 3 men were killed.
Jack. Those thermals were so strong, nobody could have gotten out in time. That's what I kept telling him 7 years ago. The whole time we were taking those scouts out. You carried 2 of them out yourself.
But I froze, Hank.
Yeah, you froze. So did I on my 18th and 345th jumps. That happens. You didn't freeze just now, did you? I'm going to be drinking milkshakes for a week. Let me tell you the rest of the story. The senator gave me 10 grand not to tell anybody what happened. And then he told me to get out of town. Well, I took off like a scalded cat. That's cowardice.
All right. I can promise you, you're not going to have any more problems with my father.
Meade says Sharon Taylor's really got something on us. I want to make sure it ain't Hank Lynch now. Are you going to be able to handle this?
Yes, sir. We got something that can't miss. Works off barometric pressure.
Whatever. Just get it done. Don't you talk to Jack.
Plan's gonna land real hard.
Here to introduce to you the state's next Senator, Jack Stewart. His father, Senator Max Stewart.
Well, now that's what I call a real Clearwater City welcome.
You know, before the aerial excitement starts, I'd like to take just a few minutes to talk to you about my son. Now, you know I'm humble. But when I talk about my boy Jack, you'll understand my not being too humble. You see, he was a winner right from the start. All-state quarterback. Phi Beta Kappa at his college. And of course, there were those Boy Scouts he rescued. Practically carried him out of a raging forest fire single-handedly. But most important of all is what my son plans to do in the future as your state senator. Jack, why don't you come up here and say a few words to these fine people? Jack?
We want Jack! We want Jack!
Does seem I'm missing a boy.